I'm Ben from the band Amoral for the next week still. At the moment, just anxiety and a bit of stress. Just that everything goes well, and we're practicing every single night. And there's so many songs, different lineups, and everything. So many things to consider and to prepare and get ready. It was fairly easy. I just called them up or texted them, and gladly everybody was aboard. They're like, yeah, of course, want to be part of it. It's weird to end something that we started with Yuffie when we were 14 years old, like 20 years ago pretty much. So I don't know, it's weird definitely. It was very weird deciding this a year ago. Last Christmas we talked about it and I just thought, okay, maybe it's time to quit. And then we just kind of pushed the idea aside and focused on playing the shows with the last album, and I'm sure it's going to be sad again after the show. But for now, just exciting to get back on stage with all those guys again, one more time. We don't have that many videos, and we never really had any budget for videos whatsoever. I think my favorite is the one for Leave Your Dead Behind, which is just a live video, but it turned out pretty cool, like cool editing and a lot of action on stage. So maybe that's one. No, not really, because again we never had the budget for videos, so it's not like we could plan any big cool things for the videos. Usually it's just like, oh, here's $20 to make a video for us. It's part of the lyrics. The whole thing is there's a lot of the lyrics discuss synchronicity and how everything is lined up one way or another in life, and that's why in sequence, you know. If you believe in that kind of thing, then everything is definitely in sequence. That's pretty much an interpretation of the title and the story of the album. When I told it to the guy who did the cover artwork, my friend Aki, that's the first thing he thought about was that it should maybe be something like this. Actually, we just threw idea back and forth, and then we came up with the concepts. Yeah, well, it's a concept album, so all the tracks are linked together. Rude Awakening is where the story starts, pretty much. And if it was a movie, you'd find yourself in an institute, in a little padded room with the door locked. That's where we meet the main character of the story, inside four walls, and just thinking, why is he there? And how could he get out of there? And what's the reason for him to be locked up? And that's how the story starts to evolve throughout the next 7 songs or so. Yeah, it was one of the biggest ones, maybe the biggest one ever. I remember we came to do the sound check the night before, for some reason, a day before the festival started, and it was so cold on stage that I was sure that I was scared about the show the next day, because it was so cold I couldn't really play guitar properly. My fingers were hurting. I'm like, oh no, if it's going to be this cold tomorrow, it's going to make a fool of myself on stage and being able to play. Luckily that wasn't the case. We had the full light show and everything, so we were warmed up enough. But yeah, it was crazy. It was 10,000 people out there, so it looked amazing. It was definitely one of the highlights of this band. Just that it was a good evening meeting old friends. We've known both Profane Omen and Migraine forever. We started around the same time and played a lot of little shows together throughout the years. So it was fun getting back together to celebrate everybody's anniversary together. Yeah, I remember everything about it. We were so excited to record the first demo. I remember we went to the studio like so excited. We only had 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, and it was old school. It was no computers. It was all on a tape. So we actually had to play it properly. And it's actually, the guitar is a bit out of tune on the first song, or the second song of the demo when you listen to it on headphones. Different tune, it's terrible. But it was fun, it was a learning experience, like, oh, this is how you do it. And yeah, it's not the best demo ever. I mean, we couldn't really play yet, but it was... you have to start somewhere. But then again, Other Flesh, we had practiced a whole lot before that. We played, I don't know if we played any shows before that, maybe. But yeah, that was with Nico already in the band. And the songs were better, the playing was better. And after that demo we got the album, the recording contract, so I guess somebody liked it. Huge ones. We recorded the first album at Sonic Pump Studios in Helsinki, but all the rest, a bunch of them, like the next 5 albums we did with Janne Saksa. Now we're outside of Helsinki in Hämeenlinna. We went there for the second album and really liked him and the studio and the idea of going out of Helsinki to record. So we just kept going back to Jan every time. He's just an easygoing guy, very musical, great producer. And it's good to get everybody outside of Helsinki, then we can just focus on the album. And even now the last 2 albums we've done partly at home, in our home studios, but still we went to record the drums there, and Janne mixed the albums. So he's been there almost from the beginning. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. We write the songs, we practice them as good as possible, and then we go in to record the drums first, which takes like 2 days for you to film. And just piling guitars and all the layers, one on top of the other, until it's done. I don't know if there's just one specific one. You write different kind of songs, different moods. Pissed off is always good. Sad is good. And also happy, you know, if I wrote a lot of songs just in the summer cottage, just having a good time with the acoustic guitar, and it just comes to you. So you don't have to be pissed off and mad at the world to write music.
Alright,
just
so
inspired. You need to be in an inspired mood. Usually music, but then again I write lyrics all the time as well, but I just don't know yet where I'm going to use them. So let's say for example I live here and jump on the subway and I get some quote or see something, I just write it down and I might use it 2 years from now on a song. So it's not, but if I start to write a song, I usually start with the music, and then I might think, oh, what kind of lyrics could fit this, and go through my phone. Oh, I have this piece of lyric here. I'll work on it. Both, really. Yeah, we've talked about it with the band members, and I really couldn't choose. Some people are all about the live show, some people just love being in the studio, but I really love both. That's why playing in a band is such a great thing for me, because I could be in the studio for months just working and tweaking sounds and trying different microphones and playing and getting the right take, but then it's amazing also just to get out of there and go to play in front of people. Both. But yeah, I'd be lying if I wouldn't say that the bigger the audience, then, you know, it's great to play in front of big audiences. That's the goal. Get the big festival shows. That's always a big highlight of the year. But a great club show is always great if the energy is there. Well, Alcy on the Sky was just a project. I'm going to release that album by itself. We don't have any plans. There will be no shows. It's not a band. It was 4 guys. I just called them up to do this one album of songs I wanted to just get out of the way. But that's not my new band. I have a brand new band coming up.
Oh, awesome. Tell us something about it.
I haven't really said a lot about it. I just told the street team in an interview a little bit, but the name is not announced yet. The lineup is not announced. But I'm sure it's going to come out this year at some point, because we've been practicing and writing and getting ready for the past year now, behind the scenes, while also working with Amoral. So everything is ready. We have the songs, we have the guys. So we're just practicing more, and we'll see if we'll start doing shows or we're gonna record something pretty soon.
Okay, great.
But it's gonna be metal music, definitely. Even more metal than the last few Amoral albums, because what I learned from doing these 2 or 3 prog metal albums we've done with Amoral is that I really enjoy the music, but it's live when you play a lot of 10-minute songs with, you know, slow parts, acoustic parts, the energy gets lost. Of course, the audience, you can't expect them to be doing mosh pits from those kind of songs. And also on stage, the same thing. So I miss the energy and just the headbanging and the kick-ass drive of like a proper metal show. So that it's going to be more of that, shorter songs, more in your face, and just. No, I'm just gonna focus on this. I want to put 100% into just one band instead of spreading myself too thin with different projects.
Okay. Great, so we are waiting for that. Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you.